A firefight from the air and the ground tonight. Our dangerously dry conditions now leading to 2 growing wildfires.
And tonight, Governor Tim Walz is authorizing the Minnesota National Guard to provide emergency assistance to help fight the fires. Now, they're both burning right now in northeast Minnesota. That includes this blaze you see here called the 750-acre Camp House fire burning north of Brimson.
And just northwest of there, the Jenkins Creek fire, which just sparked this afternoon and is already 800 acres in size. Both fires have already claimed several structures.
We've got team coverage tonight with Ryan Hayes tracking the Jenkins Creek fire and our Madison Green following the Camp House fire.
We begin with Madison Green tracking that Camp House fire from the Two Harbors Fire Department. Madison, you've been up close and personal with the flames there all day. What's the latest?
Dan, you're right. I have definitely been here all day, and I am at the Two Harbors Firehouse about 20 miles south of Brimson. So I'm just going to take a step aside for a second, and I want you to look at that cloud just above the tree line. That is actually not a cloud at all. That is the smoke plume from the wildfire. And again, we are more than 20 miles away, and you can still see it. I was in Brimson for most of the day and watched as the fire did grow rapidly, and crews on site told me conditions today were really just not favorable for fighting fire. The fire was first reported yesterday around 1 p.m. It began as an estimated 160-acre fire, but the last report says it is affecting more than 750 acres just north of Brimson near the Lake County border. No injuries have been reported, but according to St. Louis County Sheriff Gordon Ramsay, 3 cabins and a garage were lost so far. He does believe other structures have been impacted as well. They just have not been able to reach them yet. While the cause of the fire is still being investigated, Sheriff Ramsay told me they preliminarily believe it is a result of a campfire gone horribly wrong.
The winds have been a little variable this morning. So from yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening to this morning, there's been some tricky fire conditions for the firefighters.
Last update, the fire is 0% contained, and crews are busy once again today trying to suppress those flames. There are more than 50 structures evacuated now, and the latest evacuation update from St. Louis County asked residents on the west side of Highway 44 to evacuate south, advising them to go to Friedenberg Township. And again, crews are battling this fight, like you said, from both the ground and the air, and authorities are asking people to just stay away from the area and allow the crews to work.
All right, sounds good. Madison, again, live to us from that Camp House fire. Thank you.
One man who lives up by the Camp House fire says the wildfire spread quickly, seeing it cross the highway right in front of him. He says between flooding and fires, Northlanders need to always be prepared and listen to authorities about fire warnings, because with these dry conditions and how the wind is blowing, fires happen fast.
I was checking on a couple friends' places, and then I thought it was coming close to the road, and I was watching one come up a little chase, and then all of a sudden I saw pure flames.
So far, he says he and his friends and their homes are safe. They will continue to monitor those evacuation orders. Also in northeast Minnesota, crews are battling a second wildfire breaking out near Fairbanks, Minnesota.
That's where we find our Northern News Now's Ryan Hayes near Fairbanks tracking that Jenkins Creek fire. Ryan.
Yeah, I'm here in front of the Jenkins Creek fire, which is now 800 acres in size and expanding. The fire, unfortunately, has already taken one home and destroyed it. If you look over here, you can see some large plumes of dark smoke just beyond the tree line here at Cadott Lake. I just spoke with some residents here who actually just evacuated a few minutes ago. Those evacuating are being told to go to the Friedenberg Community Center. No word on if there are any injuries at this point, but residents within a 3-mile radius of Bassett Lake are being told to evacuate out of the area. St. Louis County Sheriff Gordon Ramsay says the Jenkins Creek fire is in the area of Town Line Road and County 110, about 8 miles northwest of the Camp House fire. Sheriff Ramsay says the fire sparked near the road. He's reminding drivers not to throw cigarettes from a vehicle, as it can lead to a wildfire quickly in dry conditions like we're seeing now. The U.S. Forest Service says those dry conditions and steady winds are contributing to the fire's growth. A Minnesota Type 3 incident management team has been ordered to help manage fire suppression and actions. I caught up with one man whose son lives on Bassett Lake, directly adjacent to Cadott Lake. He says he's helping his family move some of their belongings out of the fire's potential path.
Well, these people have lived up here for years, and it's where they live. It's a livelihood. I mean, everything they got is here, so that's why it's so scary.
Again, evacuees are being told to go to the Friedenberg Community Center as a temporary evacuation point for the time being. Dan?
And Ryan, right there on Cadott Lake, you've gotten a first-hand look at some of the unique wildfire fighting efforts there. What have you seen?
Yeah, Dan, that's right. We've actually seen dozens of aircrafts going across this lake, collecting water up, going over just a few miles west to Town Line Road, where they've been fighting flames that we actually got a first-hand look at seeing those too. And they dump the water on with helicopters and big jets, Dan.
Yeah, we can see that footage there again. Thank you so much, Ryan. Ryan Hayes live to us near Fairbanks, Minnesota tonight. You know, and those firefighting efforts takes a massive coordinated response. Joining us now from the scene is St. Louis County Sheriff Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, Sheriff, thank you for taking time to join us here. Give us an idea. What is the response effort right now, given you guys are fighting not one but two large wildfires that aren't too far from each other? What's going on there?
Well, it's a demand on resources, and really like nothing many of us have seen. I'm in the area just north of Brimson, and there's a lot of devastation up here, a lot of lost buildings and people's cabins and homes, and it's taxing firefighters and all public safety in this area.
And Sheriff, you know, right now there's evacuation orders for those regions down in Friedenberg Township. What do you want people in those areas, living in those areas, what do you want them to do to stay safe?
Well, everybody has to be aware, and if you're in the line of where the fire is heading, you need to take note and keep an eye out. And if you're in one of the evacuation areas, you know, it's our strong recommendation that you leave. You know, just driving north of Brimson, just in the last couple hours, how the fire changed course and went in areas that nobody was anticipating. People alongside the road, their houses, the many houses have been lost. I think this is going to be a significant loss for St. Louis County, and particularly around the Brimson area.
That's terrible to hear. And Sheriff, there is a new fire. We're following breaking news that we've got a third large wildfire prompting evacuations kind of in the Cotton and Canyon area. That's really been reported in the last hour. What do you know about that fire?
That fire started on a farm, unknown how it started, and rapidly spread. It was south of Three Lakes Road, and now it has moved north side of Three Lakes Road, and the east side of Cotton Township. Residents in that area should evacuate as soon as possible.
All right, Sheriff, thank you so much for your time. And again, thank you to your team, your agency, and the huge response effort from all the coordinated agencies fighting these fires. Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.
And stick with Northern News now as we continue to follow the fires while crews are working to contain the blazes. Stay up to date with us online by using our Northern News Now app.